Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Izumo, which may be the one ship that I hate more than almost any other in the game. And I can't exactly put my finger on why. But I have an idea and I want to run it by you. And that is, I love the Amagi. I love the Musashi. I love Yamato. Izumo is none of any of those ships. It's a conglomeration of just the dumbest bullshit you've ever seen in your life that makes no sense. It takes all of the bad qualities of all of those ships that I just mentioned and shoves them together into what can only be described as possibly the most mid ship you've ever seen in World of Warships Legends. Maybe I'm wrong. I know Zarky will yell at me. Zarky be like, "I love Izumo. I don't understand." Wait, that's too much personality. We can't have that. It's, I love Zark. How can we do it? Hello, I am Zarkoon, and this is World of Warships Legends. And today, we're in the Izumo. And it's going to be a interesting battle because I'm going to do something that I would never do, which is just go straight down the middle like an absolute lunatic, because that's the way I do things. Now, this is not going to be your textbook mid-push because sometimes you got to pay attention to what's going on around you and play accordingly. Now, as I was saying, I don't like the Izumo. I have never liked the Izumo. In fact, in the years that I've had the Izumo, I think I've played a total of 26 battles in this thing because it is so incredibly annoying. Like, I want to love it. You'll notice I had HE loaded initially because I was expecting with a triple destroyer game that one of these dum-dums would come running up the middle on me, and I wanted to make sure I had HE ready. But given the fact that that doesn't seem to be the case, I have not seen a wall of skill come across the corner, I have not seen me get spotted. Therefore, most likely no destroyer. But this ship just does not work for me. It's not a bad ship. It's just no personality at all. None. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Because I love the 410mm Japanese guns. The Amagi's fantastic, but this one gets one less gun. But they're all at the front. But then the configuration is set up in such that it wants you to die. Remember, this is a Yamato hull. And being over-angled like this is begging to get f***ed up. So, firing all your guns like this is a crazy talk. Now, some people would get over this by simply kiting away. I wouldn't know who would ever be doing that. That ain't my style. Y'all know this. I don't kite away. I don't sit at 18 kilometers in Japanese battleships. I like to get up close personal. Speaking of personal, this Nebraska and I are about to have some fun here. And by fun, I mean this man is about to try to bow tank me, and I'm going to say, go f*** yourself with your bull battle carrier, and you thinking that you can just, bow tank me? Huh? You think you can just get away with bow tanking me? Well, I've got Japanese HE. Sunshine. Oh, motherfucker. Of course he knocks out my turrets. That's another thing. These turrets are made of glass. And I don't know why. You only get 3 of them. And yet, for whatever reason, they get knocked out more than any turrets that I've ever seen. For the most part. Like, the only things I can think of getting knocked out more often were the GK turrets. Like, they just always get knocked out. But you'll notice, angry planes approach. So we're not going to sit around and wait for those angry planes. We're just going to stay angled as best we can. And we want to try to get some fires and keep putting some damage because we are going to be able to pin this Nebraska and get damage. But as you can see, he drops his torpedoes on us. We're basically able to dodge all of those except one. And of course, the one torpedo that hits us gets a flood, because every single torpedo always gets a flood on me. Now, as he pushes into secondary range here, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I should have been a little bit more aggressive against this guy. But you'll notice on the minimap, if you've been paying attention, we have the enemy's attention. It's not just the Nebraska. It's not just me. There's an Ochakov and a Giuseppe. Okay? That's a 3v1. That's what we call no bueno. Alright? Not ideal. Now, as we have reversed back through the hot gates, we're essentially making it so that their numbers count for nothing. I know. It's like there's a movie about this, but yeah. You don't always want to stay up front and let everybody beat on you. Sometimes you got to back off, regroup, give the enemy a chance to make the mistake, and then make them pay for it. Now, you'll notice that Nebraska doesn't actually push up on us. He kind of just stops and waits, which is perfectly fine for me because my team is doing what I need them to do, which is they've won both sides because the enemy is all coming back to fight me, which is exactly why the mid-strat does work. If you can get the enemy to all come back to the middle, and then your team pushes the flanks, it is a GG. They are not going to win this match unless something catastrophic happens, which is unlikely. But with the Nebraska here, I want to make sure that I put myself in a good position to avoid getting completely obliterated by everybody, because we know that Ochakov is coming. Right? We're not dumb. You can see we're radared. Giuseppe is radaring us. Ochakov is about to be coming around this corner, and we are not dumb, right? We know this. It's as obvious as ever. A guy has torpedoes, he wants to use torpedoes. Does he use his brain? No. He just says, I have torpedoes, I want to use torpedoes. That's it. That's all his thought process was. What he doesn't realize is this is your motto hull, and it has ridiculous torpedo reduction. And you don't have enough torpedoes, sunshine, and I know this. Even worst case scenario, we take all the torpedoes, I have damage con ready, and I have the ability to send this man to the Shadow Realm. Oh, look! Hello, Ochakov. Now, here's the unfortunate side of shooting battleship guns at close range against a lightly armored target. 4 overpins. Now, some of you could be like, well, Spartan, you just aimed too far forward. Now, we know the torpedoes are coming, so we're trying to get out of there. And we take 3 torpedoes. Thankfully, we dodged a couple of the torpedoes. But as we push towards them, why am I going forward like this? It's simple. I have a better chance of shooting through his bow. Case in point. It's a lot harder to overpin if you go through the bow. And he just learned a very valuable lesson. If a target is stationary, assume that they're going to move when they know you're torping. Now here, we get pretty lucky that this Nebraska aimed poorly, but then watch this outlier shell. You see that heat seeker? Blam! That heat seeker is bullshit. Alright? That man clearly aimed at the freaking middle upper belt of my ship. And one shell just goes, I know where the Citadel is. Screw you, shell. One shell is just like, no, I know where I'm supposed to go. And it went right to the spot. Everyone else went where he aimed, which was badly. But no, that one shell just had to go get my Citadel. But as we've done our job, we've done everything we needed to do on this map. Again, we stood tall, we've dealt with the rush, we backed off, we stayed alive, and we continue being a problem. And now the Nebraska is reminded that I exist, as we slap his broadside with 5 out of 9 shells. And yeah, he's just done at this point. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one, because this is just one of those ships that I just don't like. I don't know why. Like, it's not a bad ship, it's just not good either, and it is like the most boring, average ship you've ever seen in your life, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It has no personality. Do you guys agree? Let me know down in the comments below. But top of the leaderboard, 2,000 base XP, 111,000 damage game is meh. It's meh. It is the epitome of the Izumo. Let me know what you guys think. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.